Hello everyone, welcome back to Nick's Happy Place. Today I am super excited to tell you about Little Caesars all new Philly cheesesteak pizza. There it is in all of its glory. This smells absolutely delicious. This recently was just released at Little Caesars, $14.99 for this pizza. What's all on it, might you ask? Basically it has a white cheese sauce, it has sliced steak, green peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Then, of course, you got your cheese on there, your normal cheese. So this smells so good. I am excited. I'm not a fan of mushrooms. I don't like the texture of them. That's the biggest thing about them. And I did leave the mushrooms on it for the sake of the review so you guys can see what you get here. But like I said, it smells good. It looks delicious. Let's see what we got going on here. They do also have those pizza puffs they got, like those little round things they got. They do have these in that form too, which doesn't have the mushrooms. It just has like the onions and the peppers on it. So you can get those too if you don't want to go out and try a whole pizza, if you want to get your fix. But for this one here, let's see. Oh, I lost my cheese on the end there. Slap that back on there. So here is what we got. Well, still falling off there. But the pizza is kind of... Wow, yeah, I lost a lot of toppings on that one. It is kind of flimsy there. But let's just load them back on and give it a bite before it falls on myself here and go from there. Oh. One thing about that sauce, they do got a lot on there. It's nice and creamy. It is a creamy sauce. Nothing worse than like a dried out kind of thing. But that sauce holds its form there when they're baking it. I always love green peppers on pizza. Definitely good stuff. Let me set this down here so I can clean my mouth out, I'm sure. There's my receipts on there. Yeah. Not a bad little morsel there. It is cooked beautifully on the bottom. It's just kind of flimsy. But sometimes with the Caesars, that's what you get. But like I said, it does look like it's cooked to perfection there. I'm going to see if I can get a little piece of meat off of here and see how that goes. There's a little piece of the sliced steak. That's actually pretty decent. Not so bad there. The one thing for me, though, it's kind of odd. The one thing about the meat, though, on this one, I will say the taste is there. But the one thing about the texture of the meat, it seems like it's kind of like fatty-like a little bit. Maybe just a couple pieces I got. The taste is actually pretty decent on it. But the one thing that's weird for these kind of pizzas is, when I mean the pizza, I'm used to having marinara sauce on it, or pizza sauce, marinara, whatever you want to call it, but I guess you could say pizza sauce. I'm used to the red tomatoey sauce on my pizza. So anytime I'm eating a pizza that doesn't have that on there, it's just kind of odd. So it's like, for me to get used to eating like a creamy cheese on a pizza, I do take that back though, because Pizza Hut does have a pretty awesome barbecue chicken pizza. I will eat that one all day long. Again, it's more of like a red sauce, so it kind of ties in. But this being cheesy kind of throws me off a little bit. If you know me, I'm not huge on white and creamy stuff like mayonnaise and ranch and cottage cheese, and I'm not even big on cream cheese really. I'm just kind of a weird individual sometimes. But enough about that. Let's get back to what's at hand here, the pizza. Give it another couple bites here and I'll let you know what I think. I am sorry, but this guy gotta go. I'm sorry, I just can't do mushrooms. I know in this, they kind of blend in and everything. I wouldn't really probably even notice it that much, but if I have a chance to eliminate a mushroom out of my life, I'm going to do it. But as far as this goes, like I said, the sauce is nice. It's nice and, it's kind of like a nice creamy mac and cheese. That cheese sauce is right there. It's really good. As far as the texture goes, flavor-wise, it's pretty good sauce. I will give it that. Then you got everything else mixed in there. Little airplane flying over. But the combination too with the steak, the peppers, the onions, that goes good. Like I said, the mushrooms are on there, but I'm not a huge mushroom fan. I know I had a bite early on there, which I probably will regret. No. I know, it's just weird. But anyways, I'm going around in circles here now, so I got to get focused on my review here. Sometimes I just branch off into the unknown there, and I have to get myself out of the weeds to get myself back on track. But as far as this pizza goes, I always love that crust. Caesar's does have a pretty tasty crust there. And overall, what this pizza decent amount of toppings. It is $14.99, so it's a little bit more, but I suppose it is, you know, you got your steak on there, I guess you could, that's what you want to call it. It's pretty ground up, though. More, they said it's sliced in the description, but looking at it, it's kind of more of like a really, maybe it's sliced and ground up or something. But it's like in really little pieces there. Let me see if I get a bigger piece off of there. Okay, I did find a little bit of a bigger piece. Let's see if this one has that same texture as the other stuff. Much better texture on that. And like I said, the steak does got good flavor. The steak is good. They always got good onions and peppers. The peppers are always tasty there. You can't go wrong with that on a pizza. The sauce is pretty good. Like, for me, like I said, again, it's just weird for me getting used to a pizza that doesn't have a red sauce on it. So, you know, that's how I kind of get a little off. But the flavor on this, though, is good. It's a good pizza all around. It made it beautifully. I guess to give my final words on this, I think it's worth trying if you like Philly cheesesteaks, if you like all that, if you like your creamy cheese sauce and all that, definitely worth trying. I'm a weird person. I think I mentioned this before, and I'm going to probably get comments on this, but I am strange. I'm the kind of guy, I'll order, if I'm craving a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, I'll order it without cheese. That's just who I am. I don't like cheese melted on my meat, typically. So you probably think, I know somebody's going to make a comment on that. And some people say, well, why even order it then? It's like, well, realistically, what sandwich can you go to in a restaurant and order that has chopped up steak, onions, and peppers on it? There isn't one. So you have to order the Philly cheesesteak and then get the cheese taken off of it. To get your, I just like the meat with the peppers and onions all mixed up, and that's just good stuff, That's what I go for. I don't need the gooey-ness going on there. I just enjoy good meat with peppers and onions. That's just who I am, I guess. But again, I'm getting off track here with this. As far as giving my final number, I'm just going to get out of here. As far as giving my final number on this, I think it's a pretty good pizza. Like I said, a little different, but it's good. I'm going to give this an 8.4. That's what I give it. Like I said, the sauce is good, nice creaminess, good toppings. They made this beautifully at this restaurant. I don't want to keep repeating myself, so I'm just going to let you guys go. 8.4. If you guys have had this already, let me know your thoughts. Look, like I said, it also does come in a pizza puff form, so if you don't want to pay $15 for the pizza, you can pay like the $4, I think it is, and get the little puffs and try them that way too. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Excuse me, I'm not sure what's my burping today, but I hope you all have a beautiful day. It's like, 80 degrees out here. It's crazy. It's like we had some coolness, and the heat is back. It's beautiful today. Of course, I am working, but hey, I'll still take it. A beautiful day. Anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and everybody, have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.